What's up guys, I'm Bralexanic, and today I'm going to be showing you 5 secret advantages that you can do in Minecraft PvP that I would consider legit, but they're like borderline legit, but nowadays you can drag click. So I'm going to start with one that most of you definitely do not know, and it's something that originated in Fortnite, and it's called the Martaz stick, or the keyboard joystick, whatever you want to call it. So I don't have one of these to show you, unfortunately, because they're a little pricey. And this can be game-changing if you're playing something like Sumo, where you really need precise movement, or Pot Lounge, where you can, you know, also have more precise movement. If you really wanted to see if it would work, then you could always try playing controller and mouse with like Sumo, because you're not going to be able to learn hotkeys with controller and mouse. I've tried it, trust me. Alright, so number 2 does not involve spending any money, but it does involve a bit of effort and waiting for downloads. So you can actually, on some servers, play on older versions and you'll have advantages. So the biggest one being on Pot Lounge, you can play on 1.16, which is before Render Dragon. And you can also backward sprint, which lets you get out of combos like so easy. It's very overpowered, and I don't think that this is necessarily like fair, but you know, it's how you compete. Alright, so number 3 is, if you didn't know, if you play controller on PC, you can use Steam or DS4 Windows to lower your dead zones and also kind of fix some other things. But you may have not known that you can raise your cents. So right now I'm on 23 cents. So if I want, I can go this high, but I would not recommend it. If you want to try this out, I would recommend doing like a slight boost, because you may not even notice it. I didn't notice it when I first went on. So this is about 25 for me, and you don't really notice it too much. But if you were to go to like 30 and actually get used to it, then you can like have better reaction time, you can block a reset, you can do like side pearls, you can do a lot of different things. You can clutch easier. It makes it a lot harder to aim like this, so I would recommend getting a control freak and obviously having your dead zones as low as possible so you can do better micro adjustments. And if you wanted to go a step further, which I might do, is editing your stick curves, which means that on consoles it's linear, so like the more you input, the more you'll turn, but it's like exact. If you were to edit the curves, it may be slower than usual when you're dead zoning, but faster when you speed up. So another one is, by using clients, you can change a lot of things that boost your gameplay. Pretty much everything is visual besides one thing, and I'm an Oderso right now. If you search NULL, null movement, this makes your keyboard movement so much better. This basically means if you were to press A, but then tap D while holding A, then it'll only move to the right. So it makes your movements a lot quicker, and you can react faster, obviously. I would say that the 360 movement is better, but this can still be very OP. And number 5, this is actually an advantage that console players sort of have, but not really. So if you are on PC, there's a lot of settings that you can do to improve performance. Console players naturally have really good settings because it's not like a computer. It doesn't have so many background processes, so you don't have to tweak as many settings, and your hit reg could be better on console, especially over Wi-Fi. But if you're on PC, and maybe mobile, I'm not sure, depending on your phone, you can change a lot of settings to make your gameplay like better. I have another video if you want to check that out. A lot of people don't really know that you can change settings on your computer to boost your performance, and I know Bedrock's not really in a good state right now for performance, but you can improve it. And if you're wondering how I'm using these shaders, I'm using Better Render Dragon. I'm not sure if it boosts performance or if it just lets you use the shaders, but either way, it looks nice. Now the real question is, which ones of these would you consider legit and which ones would you be considering cheating? There are some other products that technically would fit under the same category, like the Pro Scroller, which I now consider cheating, which in the past I didn't, because it competes with drag, but I didn't realize that it uses software to actually function, which is technically bannable, but then you could also say the same thing about Steam, so it kind of just fits under the same category. And in my opinion, honestly, I don't know if I consider it cheating. It's technically cheating, but I like to think that drag clicking is cheating too, and it's just as OP as drag. Alright, so thank you for watching. Sorry this is a bit of a short video, but I'm trying to get something out. Let me hit 3K because I have a big montage planned for you guys. I don't know if I'll actually be able to get it out, but I'll work on it. So thank you for watching.